Hello, I'm here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, friend. Welcome, Baha. Welcome, big boy. Let's do this. So, I've not seen much discussion about this yet, but... Oh, that music's a bit loud. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, this new knockout ability, I think that's going to be quite a game changer. So I want to experiment with it a little bit, see what's possible. So, I guess for a start, we'll just make some kind of pit to put things in. And get some spiders around and see what happens. Have I deleted the slide? Not deleted the slide, it's still... I'm thinking something like this. We'll get a spider on each one of these. Spider. Is that the wrong code? Hang on. What do I need to do? There we go. Hang on, I think I want a higher level though. Oh, we should probably test actually. See if there's like a cap on this. Hello Christian, welcome. I'm picturing the arena setup we had for Balloon when it dropped, run a creature through it, it gets knocked out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, something along those lines. Old Spider's top, I didn't scale with damage. Wonder if this one does. I think it does, yeah. Pretty sure it does. Thanks to your poop box video, I learned how to make mods. Thank you so much. Oh, that's good to hear. Have you made anything interesting? Or are you still learning the basics? Yeah, let's do a little test then. Let's get a level 1 spider here. And I wonder as well if it makes any difference riding it, or if it's the same. Super curious on how effective the Araneo is too. I saw Mystic using one to knock out a Giga, but super curious if the torpor caps out at a certain belly. Yeah, we'll test it out. Let's find out. Let's get like a turtle. Get that. And then unclaim it. Oh, let's put it on passive first. Where we there. Passive. Unclaim that. And let's get a magnifying glass. Oh, I already had one. More turtle abuse. It just happened to be available to me in my commands, so that's the only reason. Right. Too many buttons for this. Too many buttons. What is it now? Web shot. Right click, left click. So that did like 6 well, just under 50. It has torpor over time as well. It does more torpor than I was expecting over time. It's interesting. I guess that was 10 seconds. So it must be doing... It was about 50 or something initially. 55, and then did a bit more, like another 35. Maybe I need to take this a little bit slower and figure out exactly what's going on. Instead of magnifying glass, take binoculars and lock the target. That's a good idea, yeah. I'm a primitive person. Don't know about these fancy gadgets. You can only track your team or wild dinos. Guess we'll have to get a wild one then. Let's go like this. Which one of these makes it wild? That one. Nope. Don't know what these do. Not that one, is it? Oh, that one adds the levels. Is it that first one? That's the one. Yeah. I can't see because of the controls. I can hide the controls though, can't I? There we go. Right, so let's do this. Oh, missile passive. Right, so that seems to have done the same torpor as the high level one. Actually, it's done more. It's still going up. Is that right? Or does it, because this bit it? Because this one bit it, I think, in it. Right, let's start again. Set stat on target. What's the thing for this now? Is that it? Can't remember what the top one's called. Maybe I'll just get a new turtle. SDF turtle is tamed. Level, load to memory, add tame levels. Ah, right. Right, let's try this again then. Oh, I've got them controls back. I don't want them. See, it was initially like 20-ish. And it's gone up to 36. Let me just try that again and see exactly what it was to start with. In fact, I think I'll slow-mo this. So 18, and then it goes up to 36. So it does 50% of its torpor instantly. And then I'm guessing 50% of its torpor over like 10 seconds, is it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That may be 15. Let me do that again because I was in slow-mo and it threw me off. So it looks like the initial amount does change, but tick amount does. Right, let's try this again. Oops, missed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's 15 seconds, that. Which is interesting because the other creatures are 10 seconds, like the frog and the snake and stuff like that. Scorpion, they're all 10 seconds. Hello, how's it going? Hello, hello, welcome. Could be 50-50. Yeah, it was 50-50 with that one. Let's check if it's 50-50 with this one. Let's see how much it does. So let's go slow-mo again just to make sure I get an accurate read on the value here. If I can actually hit the thing. Come on. It's a bit too slow. Because I'm in the foundation. Not doing anything now. So that was 45-ish. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think it was 50-50 for this one. I think this did more ratio-wise. It did more on the instant torpor. Was it maybe a fixed value for... No, it wasn't. Both of them scale, I think, don't they? I need to write this down. Let me get some notes up so I can write this down. So level 1 was... What was it now? I've forgotten. Was it 18? And then it was 18 on 18 then 36 for the total. So 18 and 18. Level 1 was it? Right, cool. The wiki's been updated, says 30 torpor over 10 seconds scaling with Mel. The wiki's never right. I don't believe the wiki. This one was 45 to 90. Was it? Oh, maybe I just counted it wrong then. Okay, let me do this one again. Oh yeah, you're right. 45. I had 55 in my head for some reason. I don't know why. So it's equal amounts, 50-50. So 15 seconds. It is 15 in it. I would just count it in my head, so I wasn't actually looking at a timer. So this is, so that was what did you say, 45. So it's always 50-50. Writing some notes for myself. This one, let me see, what's the... So this is I'm guessing it's based off melee damage. This is 319.9. This is 125.8. So 125.8% is 18. And what was the other one? 319.9. 319.9% is 45. Is that like, does that scale in a simple way? 18 divided by 125.8 is 0.143. 19 divided by 45. Hang on, I did that calculation wrong then. I think. Did I? I must have done. That's 7. Hang on. Oh yeah. So it's, yeah, so it's 7, basically 7 times, yeah. 7's an interesting number. Wonder where that comes from. That's accurate, but it's roughly 7. So the amount of damage multiplied by 7 is the percentage, the damage percentage, or I suppose an easier way to think about it is in reverse, that the melee damage divided by 7 is the amount of torpor that you're going to do. Yeah. There's probably some explanation for that, but yeah, there we go. So we've got that answer. I wonder if it caps. I'm guessing it doesn't cap, but let's get a ridiculously high level one and find out. So this one's got 1625 melee. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't cap. That was a significant amount of torpor there. So, what do we test next? Or is there anything to test? Is it just a case of getting them all in a circle on turret mode and then figuring out the best design for this? If you have a mutated one, I'd estimate the melee could go up to like 5,000% on my mega official. I'll spawn a high level one. let's just double check, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't cap out. Ah, that's the highest level. Let's add some. Add experience. See what I can get up to. Right, we've got 4,000. That's a decent amount. Torpor's almost gone back down on that. Let's hide those controls so we can see properly. And then just wait for it to drop. Should be like 587 torpor per shot. Right, let's find out. Yeah, there we go. That was somewhere around that mark, yeah. There we go. That answers the question. Here it's boring knockout there. Yeah. Knockout now. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that change. I think it's quite a... With all its abilities now, it should be a challenging tame, I think. Right. I think I want, like, some attainable stats on this for, like, someone who's not mutated to a ridiculous amount. So let's maybe get more than that. Right, let's see what this goes up to. So I'll maybe aim for like the high hundreds for torpor. Right, so if I spawn in something like level 400 maybe, I guess. Maybe go 500. Right, that'll do. So that's a reasonable amount of torpor that's achievable to the average person. Think about Broodmother 2 having bulk level 500 of these every... Yeah, a lot of change. It's a knockout, but on the plus side, you can jump into the cave at level 40 and grab one, saddle it, and start knocking stuff. Yeah, that's true, yeah. So that's sort of like if you got a decent one at perfect tame and leveled it a bit, which is what most players can manage for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable amount there. So let's set these to... Well, we need them on turret mode. We're going to have to do these individually because that doesn't copy for some reason. Enable turret mode. They do have a turret mode, yeah. That makes life easier as well with this. So we can set them up like that. Yeah, I was watching Mystic a little bit, doing that with the brood. Right, and then we just need to set them to aggressive, I think. Set aggressive and copy to nearby. Oh, well, they're all shooting anyway. Oh, this is a level 1000 carbo as well. Let's get a normal level one. I want to get a better idea of what they're capable of. Where's it gone? Turtle. Get a 150. And down there. Yeah, look at that. Like, that's just 6 spiders, that. Wow. Crazy. Oh, they're still hitting. Why are they still hitting? I thought they'd stopped once it was knocked out. Don't they have, where's the... Oh, they've stopped now. Where's that setting? There's target... Oh yeah, enable only target conscious. Is that the one I need, or is that the opposite to what I need? There goes the effectiveness, yeah. I can copy that, can't I? To nearby. So that should now have... Is that the right way around though? Let's do this again. They're not even all hitting, because that one's hitting the door frame. I think that one hit it after it went down to... But they have stopped now. But that's something to be careful of. Let's get some food in that and just see. Why have we still got all these spawn codes for all these kibbles? Never noticed that before. All the old spawn codes. What the heck? What happens? Can you get them? Or does it just spawn the... Oh yeah. What's that all about? Can you still feed it? Tame effectiveness 93, so it did get hit. So I guess you'd have to be careful with that. Yeah, you might have to control that manually towards the end. That's a little bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Guess whistling passive when it's close and let the build up do the work. That's the sort of thing that should be able to affect pressure plates, tech sensors. If a tame is knocked out, it triggers. Yeah, that'd be good. I wonder if is there some way we could control that? Don't think there is there? I think it's a manual task that. Unless when it starts fleeing, it goes somewhere where they can't all hit it. It's the only thing I can think of. But I don't know whether that'd be reliable. I just thought it'd be nice to be able to like drop stuff in and then just leave it. But, yeah, I guess it's not the end of the world though. What do we want to do next then? More spiders. Give me some requests, guys. What do you want to see me test? It would flee long before the torpor builds. At what point do they flee? %80. Well, that's not bad because don't forget they have the torpor over time as well. So if it flees, the torpor's still going to be going up. Knocking out fast is cool, but I suppose one could do the job and not have to worry about extra hits. I think it depends on the creature and the scenario for sure. But like, I'm thinking about stuff like wyverns. Although you don't really need that now with the bisons, do you? Which is a bit of a shame. Maybe when crystal wyverns come out. What else is the like a giga? Being able to just like instant knock out a giga, although you'd have to get it to the trap is the problem with a giga. Can it be on turret mode while hanging from the roof? Don't know. Right, how do we do this now? That, and then that, and then that. Is it on turret mode still? It's on turret mode. Where's my command for the turtle? It's right there. Yeah. Yep, that works. Are you thinking like loads of them dangling down from the ceiling doing that? That's crazy, isn't it? Look at that. They really shouldn't be able to shoot webs while doing that, given they shoot webs from their back. Yes, you can also use turret mode on walls and seal. Build a tunnel and fill it with death. What creature would this be most useful for? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking you wouldn't really want to build something elaborate for like a giga. Try Arthros and spiders together and leave tribe and see if it combos well. Why Arthros? Arthros just shred armor and that, don't they? For what scenario are you thinking? Can it hang off a creature and still be in turret mode? What if you hung one off a PT and chased down a Quetzal? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Let's test that out. Um, Did I just do the wrong command? There we go. So we got that, and then you to need to get used to these buttons. That, and then nope. That. Oh, did it release when? Oh, I think it releases if you're not on it. Oh, it's gone back to its other thing. Stay still. Oh, there we are. Fly. Come on. It's not going to fly, is it? It seems like it releases that, unfortunately. Oh, this stupid pteranodon. Yeah, so it can't do that unless you're riding it. Try using an airship. Look. Is it not shooting? It not shoot that way? I don't think it lets you. Doesn't seem to let you. Ah, they've thought of everything, haven't they? No, it's not having it. No. Ah, that's a shame. Try hanging off the structure built on it. Yeah, we'll try that. Nah. Nope, not happening. I'm guessing that applies to any platform structures. Yeah, I think that must have made it so it can't attach to any platform stuff. I can try a Quetzalabranto, but I think it'll be the same story. Nah. And that. No. Doesn't like that. Nope. That's a shame, but oh well. Yeah, I could probably do it from the PT, but stay on it and whistle the PT. Oh, did that? I don't know if that detached when... I think that detached. Try that again. Yeah, it detaches itself for some reason. Why would it do that? Interesting. Might work on a train. In what scenario would you be following a train around using it? I don't know how that would help. Curious what people will come up with using trains and tech sensors, actually, since they can detect creatures that pass into them off the back. Will they be placeable on trains? But if a spider attached to a Megan near on the water, would it jet skiing spider? Or Meguana? I can't read. Meguana on the water. Good question. Try holding space to reel in. I'll try it. Let's set this follow distance to highest, so stays there. Oh, come on. Oh, maybe, hang on. Oh, no. No. I was holding space and, but... No, it's like it goes a certain distance and then it detaches itself. The tech sensor is off the train and detects a creature on a train that pass. Ah, I see. Drive-by taming when the gig is heading to work. You can web and hang off a wild, so if you can latch to a wild quetz, in theory you could stay attached and torpor it as it tries to flee. I think it might detach when it starts fleeing. We can test it out. That's my theory. Interesting. It's like it can't fly away. Like maybe if you get it down with some honey, and it has managed to escape. Passive. Right, you can fly now. Will I be able to do that at the same time, though? Can I use that attack while I'm in this mode? I don't think I can I? I think it has to be unridden. Or can I? Let me try. If I do that, and then switch to that. Oh. Oh. Ah. I thought it was going to work then. We got a shot. But, nah. What's the thought of that? Can climb walls, kind of. Oh, what about just sat on a Zeppelin? In turret mode? Oh no, I bet it won't shoot in turret mode, will it? Because they did that with Volanosaurs. Prevented them from shooting when they're on platforms. What's happened here? Get that on there. And it's already in turret mode. Let's get it on aggressive. And spawn. That'll do. Equipped. Did it shoot? Hang on, let's get a turtle. Something more manageable. That's shooting, isn't it? I mean, it's not hitting it, but... Or is it not really shooting properly? Why do they do that? Night night, carry. Hold up, they run on wood. What about just carrying it? Like, maybe we're complicating this. Maybe we just need, like, an RG. Hey, there we go. Right, where's Quetzal's gun? There we go, look. Ah, it's flown into the rest of them. Maybe we should go away from there. Get a new one. Why are you flying over there? Right, let's go back to this one. Oh no, this one's coming this way now. Right, go on then, do your thing. Don't be shy now, or is it because I whistled passive? Let's just whistle attack on that. Not you. Thought you'd gone somewhere else. You go over there. Seems doable. Maybe. I don't know if it's the best way to do it. Increase the targeting range. We can try that. Hello, Agent Cryo, welcome. Yeah, probably something faster like a Desmo would be better. And we're out of stam. I mean, it takes some doing, but it could be done. Yeah, getting a few hits in. It's not too bad. What do you think about the new DLC, TLC? Yeah, I mean, I think I don't want to be like too negative, but I feel like they put too much into some creatures and not enough into other creatures. I'd rather it be balanced out. All these features balanced out a little bit more between different creatures. But yeah, some cool stuff going on. I don't want to be too much of a complainer. There we go. Anyway, that's enough of that. It can be done. Where was my stuff now? Over here. Never replace my mad whistling Tapiagi strat. Sort of reminds me when people used to do this with high melee scorpions on ASE. Yeah, then they nerfed the scorpions. Yeah, I remember those days. If it needs an instruction manual, it's too much. Yes. I don't think any creature should have those instructions on the controls on the right. Once it gets to that point, that's when you know you've got too many features. What are you doing with the spider right now? Trying to kill the... No, I was trying to knock it out, which can be done, but I couldn't be bothered spending the time to do it. If there was a way to auto-feed unconscious dinos, it could work for a taming and biogrinder setup. You'll have to explain that one to me, what you're thinking. Left click, right click, C, that's enough. Yeah. I'll allow X as well, X and C. Yeah, like, I don't think Ark's the kind of game that suits all these controls. It's the same with the tech spear. I don't think it suits Ark to have all these fancy controls and stuff. It's like that's not what it's all about. The spider KOs things, yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was testing here with all these, getting them in a circle, and then we were like pelting this carbo. I'll do it again for those who weren't around. Let's get this one back. Turtle. There we go. Yeah, they've got a turret mode, and you just set them to do that, and it scales with the melee damage. Auto spider knockout with the auto feeding of berry tames, then the biogrinder turns them into kibble. Why knocking things out? Am I missing something here? My Ark knowledge isn't the best nowadays with all this new stuff. Why do you knock stuff out for the biogrinder? Spider was always the pro KO team. You should have seen that knock out a galley with it. That took forever. That'd be so much easier now. If only they had a fighting in Ark like going on XLs. Why? What's in Conan XLs? Oh, the fighting mechanics. I don't know. I've not really seen it much, to be honest. I need to have a look at some of that. There's a few people playing it at the moment, isn't there? Ark is on the high-tech, breathable, atmospheric spaceship in a bit of a future post-apocalyptic. It's always been high-tech. My problem isn't the tech. My problem is the complicated controls. Biogrinder only works on tames. Oh, you mean knock out wilds and then tame them? And then it goes into the biogrinder. Is that what you're saying? Galley would be out in a minute. Yeah, that took me I can't remember how long it took me, but it took me a long time. I think basically it's a way of in herbivores tamed on berries through. Yeah. Ras loves the fighting mechanics. Yeah, I need to have a look at that. It's how we expect Arc 2 to be when it arrives in 2045. Yeah. If these spiders were closer, that'd reduce the chance of hitting after it's gone down. Because the problem is the shooting when like before it's gone down, but there's another shot in the air as well. Like it's the latency of it shooting and it hitting. That's the problem. If they were closer, but then we don't want them getting eaten by whatever's in here. And it depends on the creature as well. Conan is a lot of fun, but you quickly run out of new things to do. Yeah, I should check it out one day. Whistle passive once torpor hits 60. I feel like there's got to be a better way. Been building on it, you'll have fun with the stacking. I enjoy the challenge of building though, not the simplicities of building. I like it when there's not stacking and you've got to contend with that. So, I mean, you could get loads of these surrounding it. But then, the more you have, the more chance there is of hitting it when it's going down and ruin the effectiveness. Although you could always use... what is it that fixes the effectiveness? Something in there. Is it the sushi or something? There's something that fixes effectiveness. You want more KO terms? What about an auto shut off for the torpor? Have it so when it flees, it goes up a ramp and drops into a box where it's protected from. Yeah, that could work. It's just if it walks in there before you're ready, I suppose, isn't it? Although it shouldn't do. It'll be attacking, won't it? If you had them on one side of it, then it's gonna attack them. So if you had a tunnel for it to go down, for it to flee to, so it's going to flee from these, it's going to go down there. Maybe we should go like this to be on the safe side and put all the turtles, not the turtles, the spiders round this side. Just stick these around here. Should work. Although it's going to be slowed down, isn't it, by the webs, I think. I don't know if it'll be able... Well, especially a turtle's going to be slow. I don't know if it'll be able to get away. Let's try what you suggested and go like this. That should do it, I think. Something like that. Remember, your water chute tunnel needs to be wider or turtle won't go. Ah, yeah. That's true. It might not want to walk down there. It needs to be 1.5 wide. We can test it. You never know how pathfinding's going to work. But if it doesn't try to go that way, then that'll be why, probably. So at the moment, it's going for those. It's not going to get there in time, is it? It's not even trying. What? We'll just whistle and passive and see if it figures it out. It's trying. Yeah, I think that's the pathfinding issue. It turned round, but it didn't know where to go. It doesn't realise that it can fit through there. Let's go like this. Run for your life. And go like this. Oh, it got knocked out. Put one above the other spider with ramp on and ramp and ceiling. Might just make this bigger actually. Just to make sure it can see that it can go that way. I wonder if it will go that way because I wonder if it's going to be worried about getting trapped. Let's find out. And these need putting back on. What's the aggressive button? Forgotten. Is there an aggressive one? Is that even a thing? I don't know if that's a thing, is it? Whistle aggressive. Can't see it. Maybe I'll just whistle attack. Oh, whistle all aggressive there, subtract. Right. I need to remember that. Let's just leave it at that for a second. I don't think this is the way to go, but I just want to see if it'll go that way. I'll leave it. Top will never go down no matter the creature because they shoot before the build-up stops. It's not even going that way anyway. I don't think they like ramps. I don't think they like getting stuck in general. But yeah, I don't think that was working anyway because they're just too slow to react, especially a turtle. I think I like Arc Science more than playing. Yeah, me too. Anyone else got any ideas? What else could we do? How could we? I don't think you can you? I think I think having the spiders closer would help. That's all I can think of. But then they're going to be getting hit as well. Back walls need to be pillars. Pathfinding sees no escape that way, but it ignores pillars, I think. I don't think it ignores pillars. I think it maybe behaves a little different with them. It might work if I do this. Actually, this is probably the best chance. I think it fits under there, but I think if I do beams on the bottom as well, I'll stop it from getting through. Right, that prevents it from getting through, and it might stop the pathfinding. I've forgotten the dimensions now of its pathfinding cylinder. We can give it a go. But even still, it's going to be too slow. Does a running creature run from the player or the turns? I'm not sure. That should be about there. I'll go on this side to be on the safe side. I will try something other than a turtle, but turtles are quite manageable with them being so slow. Oh, there it goes, maybe? No? Yeah? There we go. Nope. Yeah. And if I put these back on aggressive. Still seeing it, but can't hit it. Yeah. It's just far too slow. That's the problem. I had to whistle passive on them to give it chance to escape. More spiders faster, but why not just one? I mean, you could do, I suppose. If you wanted to just leave it doing its thing, that would solve the problem. Maybe that's the solution in this scenario. Maybe just one really well-leveled spider is the way to go. And just leave it doing its thing. What else could you do? Don't think one spider will have enough build up to hit 100% torpor once it flees. No, I think we're thinking without it fleeing. Because you wouldn't need it to flee, would you? If it was just one, that gets around the whole problem. A spider with 1k melee knocks stuff out pretty damn quick. If you're only using one, you don't need... Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's the whole idea. So that's one way to do it, I suppose. I don't think the bite does much torpor, does it? We just confirm that. No, the bite doesn't do much torpor. No, there's 10. I'm guessing that's a fixed number, maybe. So I suppose you've got two choices. One is to just use one spider. The other is to risk doing a hit after it goes down. I don't think there's a way to consistently get around that. I think your best chance is probably just getting them closer. A lot of them, but very close. Let's try just one, see how long it takes. Hitting it. Come on. It's like in a dodgy place there, isn't it? I mean, it's not bad. Like, considering that you don't have to do anything, you're just gonna, like, leave it doing its thing. I'm guessing you've got to stay in render, though. Tested a flea box on our slowest creature. That's the best thing to test. If it doesn't work for that, then it's not good enough. We test on worst case scenarios. I have an idea once tech sensors exist, but I'm sure we all do. I just say that I appreciate that the spider stays in turret mode even after riding it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, hello. It's not too bad. It's just that you've got to wait around for it, I suppose, because I don't think it's gonna keep doing that if I'm out of render. You have an idea? What's your idea? Yeah, so you'd have to stay in render for this. Make a slide with spiders along the sides, lower things onto the slide. They'll fall. It's the spider. I was just thinking on a similar thought process to you. I wasn't thinking of a slide because that's maybe a little bit ridiculous, but I was thinking about dropping it down a tunnel and the spiders are like hitting it on the way down. And then once it's unconscious, that could work. Maybe. Depends how fast they are at hitting. They might all like shoot but miss. You need it to pass by them quickly, one at a time, but quickly. So that means dropping because then it's not reliant upon. Although a slide would help to control the speed a bit more. If you built a platform high above a creature with the Araneo dangling down from it, does it still shoot at the target? Yeah, it does. Yeah, we tested that earlier. It works. Get hit, torpor builds up, and then it falls asleep after it's past them. Yeah, but you need to know the. I think we're thinking slightly different, actually. You'd need to know the exact torpor for that to work. I was thinking, like, the next spider along isn't going to shoot if it's unconscious. Or what if it. Oh, what if we could get it going round in a loop somehow? So only one spider can see it at a time. Only one can shoot it at a time. How could we get it going round in a loop? So it's like rapid fire. This is where, in fact, you wouldn't even need a loop. This is where pressure plates and sensors would come in handy. So you could have doors opening at set times. So that it's only possible for one to shoot it at a time. Oh, no, it's silly. I'm just thinking of some silly ideas here. The traps on a train. There's got to be a way to do this. We need to control it so that only one can hit at a time. Only one can see it at a time. That's what we need. But we need it fast. So it's like this one can see it, then this one can see it, then this one can see it. And it's like, how often do they shoot? Let me just test this. I suppose it depends on how long it takes to reach as well, which is going to depend on the creature's bite range. We're going to need some range with some creatures. This is going to be too close for a lot of creatures. We're going to have to back that up for some of them. Like there. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I think it's like 3 seconds. Can't you put a lot on the ceiling with Behemoth in both places? So you open a door, all the spiders shut the dino, and then close the door. I want it to be like fully automated. Is the thing. I don't want to be like messing around opening doors at the right time and stuff. Like, I want it so that you just drop your creature in, and it's like an instant knockout. Is the ultimate goal. My idea with Sensor was a bunch of doors open for 30 seconds with a bunch of spiders shooting, then they all close except one. So it's fast buttons. It depends on the creature though, and how much torpor it's got and stuff. There's too many variables. Combine your build super spider slide. How are we breaking out today? We're trying to make a fully automated knockout machine with these spiders. But we've got some struggles because when you've got them all shooting, they can hit the target after it's been knocked out, which ruins its effectiveness. Put a roof over the spider so biting's not an issue. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, because this is using ranged attack. That should be able... Maybe. Although it target... I don't know if that'll work actually, because it targets the middle of this creature. So, I think it'd just end up shooting... Like the... Let's try it on a taller creature. Try like a Rex. Yeah, it's aiming fairly high there. Might have some potential. I'll have to play with that a little bit more. Got hit. Now I'm stuck inside. doesn't seem too effective. Still getting bit. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Does this training circles actually help? Maybe. I'm sure there'll be a simpler way. Now, what I was thinking was like a Quetzal following something, and it's got something built on its platform. It's a bit of a hassle to set up, though. If you were to do something like this. And we get... Is that in the right place? I think so. On there, and then if you were to like build some kind of wall thing. What's that? No, it doesn't let you do that. Just build it down from there. Not do it. And then to build this out like this. And then we get something on here. And then whistle is to follow. And follow distance lowest. Then that creates like a barrier. You see where I'm going with it? It makes like a barrier so that only certain ones will be able to shoot. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit ridiculous that. And that Quetzal would be right in the way of where your creature is as well. I feel like there's got to be a simpler solution. I mean, pressure plates aren't too far out. I think you can only have 2 of them in an area, can't you? Is that right? That's if they're doing them the same on ASA. Maybe they'll increase that, I don't know. Or is there something else we're not thinking of here? You can have as many as you like, but you have to place them on a platform first. What, like, your tech sensor can't be powered on a platform, sadly, but the pressure plate still works. So, like, you place it down, then pick it up, and then you can place it on land. And you can get around the limit. Or, like, place one on a... Or leave them on the platform. So you'd have, like, a few platforms nearby. Yeah. So some other way to do this. Could test out what I was thinking about dropping them. It's going to be annoying. Although that doesn't help on PvE, does it? Although you're probably not going to be using this at all on official PvE, where you can't carry things. Like, you're not going to be luring something all the way to your base, I wouldn't have thought. So I think this is probably a PvP and unofficial PvE thing. But yeah, let's test this out. We had a songbird and their viewers just joined. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, everybody? Unofficial PvE, you have to tame it where it drops here. Hey, songbird, thank you very much. What kind of crazy nonsense? We're trying to make an automated KO machine with the spiders. The only issue that I've run into is that even if you set it to not target unconscious, they can still get a hit on it when it's gone down because of the time it takes for the torpor web thing to get to the target. So it can ruin its effectiveness. So we're trying to get around that issue at the moment. I'm just wondering about dropping it past a load of them. Where's... That's the one there. We'll get one of these on each level. Just want to see what happens if I drop something next to it. Hey, welcome, Zant. What did you get up to, Songbird? I don't think I'll have one on the top level, actually. Just go for that, and then... Let's see if, only get them on that, and then might as well set the targeting range higher and copy settings to nearby. then I think we have to set the turret mode manually, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why it doesn't copy that. It'd be nice if it did. It's a question of whether they're quick enough for this. If they're not quick enough, it might be a slide job. Yeah, let's try dropping a turtle off here and see what happens. They were all facing the wrong way there, so we'll give it another go. Let's do it in the direction that they're facing, which is there. I think some of them hit. Maybe I should slow-mo it. Let's slow-mo it and then we can watch properly. I'll do it a little bit further away as well, I think. Let's see what happens. I think they're a bit slow out there. When knocked out, it is ragdolling and dropping where the spooders can't hit it, maybe. Ooh. It'd have to be, like, instant, though. I don't know if you could get that to happen quick enough. And it's a question of how do you get that to work? I think that'd maybe work with flyers. Slow-mo fight. More spiders. Taming out in the field, more interesting. Did a bunch of stuff. Checked out Bunny and Spooder. Showed off my Skyrim Castle and Valgara work in progress, then built a pyramid for PvP event. Oh, nice. Just realised I never messaged you back about that. I'll do that afterwards. Give in to the slide. The thing is, it's still going to speed up with a slide. We need a constant speed. How do we get a constant speed? I feel like you got more chance controlling where the spiders are, but will they? I wonder if we could do it. If they're not in, hang on, I need to do some testing here. I'm wondering if the spider's not in turret mode, how does it behave then? If it's boxed in or overweight, let's overweigh it. So we'll go like that. And that's on aggressive. What's it gonna do then? Oh. Don't want these guys on. Is it going to do anything? Oh yeah, it still does that. I'm just wondering about controlling the spiders instead. If they were like walking around and they shoot when they go past the door. Like if they were all following each other in a circle. Train in a circle. Determined to get the train out, yeah. World's biggest trap, yeah. It doesn't seem to shoot us off. Oh, maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it does. Stop shooting now. Yeah, I'm wondering about building like a track for them to walk around. Let's see what kind of size. So can't fit through that. Can fit through that. Can fit through that. So probably just like this kind of setup. No, it's going to need to be bigger than that, isn't it? Oops. Or do I want to do that? Maybe I do want that. Do I? I don't know. Stick with this for now. Although, maybe I could do it smaller. Like, they'd take a hit every now and again. But I reckon they could tank it. We might be able to get less spiders that way. Let's give that a go for a start. So, just like this. In fact, this is probably easier to just go like this and then build around it. Like that. And then if we were to block off those. Maybe I'll just leave a gap there for them. Maybe that'll work. Just let them shoot through there. It's probably not going to work, but I'm just interested to see what happens. And we get some of these. Oh, this is silly. Squeeze one more in. And then get them following each other. I'm like 99% sure this is not the way to do it. But it'll just be interesting. It's a bit of sciencing. Right, and then let's put these on aggressive. And what else do we need to change? Follow distance. Lowest, I think that's everything in it. Lowest. And copy. That one didn't move for some reason. Why didn't that one move? Why are they all following me? How has that happened? Is it when I copied the settings? Oh no. We need them to spread out again. Spread out. One's escaped. It's not good. That went a bit tits up. How did they end up following me? Is it when I copied the settings? Is that when it happened? I'm looking forward to that as well. Let's move this one round here. Oh no, it's quite busy around there already. Let's move you forward. Just redo this because that's going to be annoying. What a fuffle. Right. Let's see if I can do this. They're gonna start following though, aren't they? Let's see what happens. Might get a little bit hectic, but let's see if I can make it work. Oh, I didn't want you. You. And then you. And then you. And then you. And then you. And you. Is that everyone? Why are we not moving? That one's... Why are those ones not following? Got a mind of their own, these spiders. Maybe this ain't gonna work. Don't think it's working. I've seen it work with certain creatures, but I guess this isn't one of the creatures that works. Unless it's because of the pathfinding. What's going to happen now? Nah. No, that's not happening. I think maybe it only works with creatures that have got like a bigger turning radius. That's a flop. No escaping me. The thought was there though. Maybe we're gonna have to do a train, yeah. We can't be building a train track for one trap. Its radius would be too big anyway. H and the viewers just joined. Hello, welcome. Welcome, H and viewers. We're just doing a bit of science at the moment with these new spiders. Trying to make a knockout machine. But we've got a bit of a problem because they're ruining the taming effectiveness if you have a lot of them shooting, because even if you got it set to not target the unconscious, it can still hit them on the way down because of the time it takes for the web to get to the creature. So trying to figure out that. There's got to be a way. I feel like this has potential. Or maybe even getting the creature to go... Oh, no, that wouldn't really work, would it? How could we get a slide but constant speed? Or what about... No. I was thinking about jump pads, like... well, maybe. You could have, like, jump pads and it's like bouncing... I mean, I know they're not in the game yet, but when they are, you could have it bouncing the creature on a slide, going back and forth, so that only one spider can hit at a time. Or maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong. Maybe there's a simpler solution. How do we make sure that only one spider hits at a time? Maybe it could be a railing slide so that when it goes unconscious, it will ragdoll and fall under the slide and hopefully not get hit again. I mean, if we're going to have a slide, it might not even need to do that. It might not need to get out of the way. It might be as... like, the idea is that we can only have it within view of one spider at a time, so that gets rid of the issue. But the problem is, how do we control that speed? How do we get it repeated so that it keeps going round in a circle, ideally, or goes back and forth? But a circle would be better because I'm still wondering about this Quetzal thing, so I've just had a thought that I was thinking the Quetz is in the way, but we can build up from the Quetz, can't we? If we had... I guess it'd have to be like this. Well, probably some kind of circle, ideally. That was spinning. So the creature's like in the middle. Many structures. Doesn't need to be this high. I don't know why I built it that high. So we've got some kind of platform here. The creature goes onto it. Then we've got the Quetz spinning round so that only this window is open to one spider at a time. Since we don't have bounce pads yet, you could have a Diplo bounce them back up. This Diplo would be fun, yeah? Or even a flat slide, bouncing it back and forth. Because yeah, I think it'd be dependent on the size of the creature as to how far it bounces it up a slide. But what would probably be more reliable would be bouncing it on a flat slide. Like that you dismiss the train as impractical for a trap, as if anything since your first hexagon has been remotely practical. Yeah. I feel like this could work with the quets, but I think it'd be a bit glitchy. I don't like it as a solution. But then, do I like the idea of a Diplo pushing the creature along a slide any better? Not really. Whichever way we do it, it's going to be ridiculous and possibly glitchy. Can't wait for the video you need one Quetzal. Yeah, but this is the kind of thing, like, if you got it set up and functional, it'd be like amazing. Instant knockout. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I do think pressure plates would help. Just they've got that limit on them. That's the problem. I know we can get around it with platform, but yeah. And how many can we even have realistically? Like, if this is shooting every 3 seconds, how long does it take for the web to get to its target? Oh, it's quite quick. Yeah, it's like if we had it this kind of distance, well, for a bigger creature, we might need a bit more distance than that. Like here. It's only like half a second, I think, that, isn't it? So you could have one shooting every half a second. And there's 3 seconds between each shot. You're talking like 6 spiders. It would have been nice to do it quicker than that, but you'd have to have it closer. You'd have to have the spiders closer. The closer they are, the more frequent you can have them shooting. That's quick, is that? If you could get them shooting at that speed. Quite quick when you're riding it. No, it's easy to just do it manually. Here's another solution. Put the Araneo on one side of the quet so it can only see the knockout when it's on one side and have the quet spin in place. That's what I was thinking, I think. Put the Araneo on one side of the quets. Yeah. Like, I was thinking I have them around the quets and then it shoots as the quet spins. Don't know if that's what you were thinking. That's what I was thinking. Thought you were going to have the quets behave like a spinning door with Araneos off the quets on one side and the... I was thinking of the creature in the middle of here. And then the spiders on the outside surrounding it. It probably would work, but I can't see it being super efficient. Like, you'd have to give a bit of space for these structures so that they're not knocking that, and then you've got to set it up with something for the quets to follow, and just a bit of a hassle, isn't it? Wonder if carts could be of any use. If we could get these closer, though, that would mean we could potentially have like 12 of these. We could double up on them and reduce the distance. It would probably mean that they'd get hit. I don't think there's going to be any way to block them from getting hit. But I think that, like, if they were knocking it out that quick, they'd tank any hits that they're taking. It's just a question of how do we control that? How do we have it so that, like, say it was doors, they were like going, this one's open now, this one's open now, this one's open now, this one's open. Maybe I need to think on this and come back to it. I guess something like this could work if you were bouncing the creature. It's just that these are a bit too slow to shoot, though. That's where a horizontal slide would come in handy, I suppose. I wonder if you could get it going round... You get it going round in a circle. A circular slide. Circular slide. Feels like this will be very doable with Gen 1 adding pressure plates. Yeah. I've not really... The problem is I'm not I'm more familiar with the slide mechanics on ASE than I am ASA. Things that are a bit weird on ASA. Might like, climb off the slide. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will. Wild creatures, they can do weird things with slides. They can like climb off the slides. Tested train moves too fast. Spiders can't hit the cover on the train. There we go then. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think slide's going to work for that reason. Unless the spiders were on the slide. Would that help? Spiders on the slide. Spinning around. How do we get them moving though? What's driving them? What if there's one little bit where they walk because they're following something, and then the rest of the way they're sliding? Feel like there's some potential here. Barring that, use the train platforms as well. Create a gap that flashes every so often, creating a gap to allow the spiders to shoot through. I didn't read the bit before. What if the spiders are on the train and the carbo is in a trap on the ground? Yeah, I'm wondering about a circular slide that the spiders are on. And the spiders are going round in a circle. I mean, it's not going to be the easiest thing to build, is the issue. I suppose we've got templates nowadays. I feel like that's got potential. Although, will they be able to shoot whilst they're sliding? I wouldn't have thought so, because that's basically falling. They're not gonna be able to shoot whilst falling, are they? I think that shot once it hit the ground. Yeah, it doesn't shoot until it hits the ground. So they're not going to hit when sliding then. But they could hit whilst they're on that one little bit. Oh no, because once they're on aggressive, if they're on aggressive, they're going to stay attacking, aren't they? They're not going to move forward. Oh. Unless they shoot, they walk towards the target, and they drop down. I don't know. Yeah, what about like a... Not a circle. But what if... What if we've got... So we've got a slide. Pretend that's our slide. Then... Let me think, how do we do this? I guess the slide would have to go... So we've got a platform. We've got our trap. So let's say we've got turtle here. Turtle in there. The spiders are in this corridor. We need them to drop down. So the walk along here, only one can see at a time because they're in a queue. If we build it just the right width so that they're like blocking each other. Depends on the pathfinding as well, I suppose. But they're in some kind of queue. Once they get to here, they shoot the target. Then they're going to walk forward and they slide back down and then somehow end up back on a path that takes them back up this way because they're following the target. So it's like shoot, drop, next one, shoot, drop, next one, shoot, drop, and they're going round in a circle like that. Depends how quick that'd be. Maybe we can test it without them going back round. Just queue some up. Let's get turtle in there. And we get spiders. Like that. We go... In fact, I should only need to set the front one to aggressive. The others will work off target. So if I just set this to aggressive. They all kind of shot at the same time. So I guess you'd need it to where they can't see. It's interesting that they're like trying to shoot through ceilings and stuff. Like, they can't see that, Charlotte. Maybe they'll be aggro in a sec. I feel like that's got the most potential so far. It needs tweaking. Like that'd be a simpler solution. If this was a ramp, although they're still going to shoot, aren't they, based on what we've seen there? Because they shoot through structures, they don't check whether they can actually hit the target. So that's not even going to work for what I've been trying to do this whole time. None of that's even going to work. come to think of it. Because they're not checking whether they can actually hit it. They're just going to shoot whenever they feel like it, at whatever target. It's a shame there's not a setting for things to be like independently targeting, because they just target whatever the other ones are targeting. That applies to, well, maybe it doesn't apply to neutral, but for neutral you'd have to, or does it apply to neutral? I don't know. No, it probably doesn't apply to neutral. They'd have to get hit for that to work though. But yeah, the other ones, it's just gonna, yeah, it's not gonna work, is it? They're just gonna shoot whenever. Which means they're always gonna be on that 3-second timer, whatever it is. So in other words, there's no way around that. The only solutions are that you have one spider, high damage, or you get them close enough that there's a low chance of hitting it when it goes down. Hello Lisa, how are you? What am I trying to do? Well, we've got these new spiders and I'm trying to make an automated knockout system with them. But there's a problem because the time it takes for the shot to get to the target, it can hit, even if you set it to not target unconscious, it can still hit because of the time it takes for the shot to get to them if you've got multiple spiders. So I was trying to deal with that, but I've just come to the conclusion that it's not really possible. So you'd have to manually change something, whistle them passive or whatever, close a door, something like that, when the torpor gets high, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I might just have to leave it at that for today and figure out if there's any other workarounds, but I don't think there is. Don't think it's doable. Although this one, did this one kind of work? What if though the targeting range is low? Oh, I need to just leave it for today. I just my mind keeps wandering onto new ideas and then try them. If the targeting range was low, would that mean that they're not shooting when the other ones shoot? I might just test that in here. The still might all shoot at the same time. I might switch this to a ramp though. So if that was, maybe it should be a steeper one, I don't know. That was a ramp. Spiders on moving trim carts are able to Hit a trapped turtle. We can't be building a whole train track. Right. Set those to target in range lowest. And put that on aggressive. No, the shot. The shot. Shot too early. You'd need more spacing between them. I'm off the rails. It's not. Oh dear. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think I need to have a think about that one. If you could get the spacing on them though. I don't know how you'd space them out, but let me test. I have one here and one down here, and set that to targeting range lowest. Targeting range lowest. Set that to aggressive. Yeah, that one still sees it. So I don't think the targeting range even affects that. Get that one there, and then like one well over here. What kind of distance does that need then? Oh, it's on passive. That didn't help. Oh, not aggressive. Attack your target. Is that because it can't see that other one though? Get a new one. Yeah, that one saw it from down there. That's not going to work then. Heyo, Stavariox, welcome. I'm just finishing though, unfortunately. Yeah, we've learnt a few things there though. Definitely a game changer, but yeah, it's got its limitations. I mean, you could always just go for it, and then what is it that fixes the taming effectiveness? Is it sushi? Yeah, sushi. How much does it do? Or does it not work on carnivores? Might have to do some research on that. It's not ideal though, is it? It does work on carnivores. Someone said it doesn't on Dodo decks, but I guess they're wrong. Yeah, it's not ideal. Not the best solution. It is a solution. Anyway, something for you all to think about. Let me know if you've got any more ideas. I'll test them out, or you can test them out and tell me. But I think that's about it for today. Let's see if anyone's streaming to raid out to. We've got Cobbs is getting a burrow book. Let's send you over to Cobbs. Right. I'll catch you all in the next one. I'll probably be back to working on the slide in the next one, maybe tomorrow. Right. Catch you later. Bye, everyone.